Good morning. Hi, I'm John Saffer. I'm the founder of a company called Pushfor. I'm here with Crispin Luxton, our VP of Client Solutions.
Hi.
Before I sort of talk about Pushfor, I want to explain the problem we're trying to solve. I think we all know a lot about hacking that's happened recently. The last few weeks has been quite much a lot in the news, be it Apple or Equifax. What we're focusing on protecting unstructured data, be it content. Content drives your business if you think about it. Documents, spreadsheets, PowerPoints. And if they leak and they go out of your environment, then there's obviously serious reputational and regulatory issues you're going to face. So what we've developed is a patented technology that converts any content into a format that can be viewed on any device, be it a mobile, be it a browser. And the beauty of this is you don't have to send the original content, okay? That allows you to have full control of who, where, and when that content is viewed. So it can't leak out of your organization or from your users. So what we're going to demo today is we're going to quickly show you one use case the platform can be used for. I think many people use WhatsApp here. I speak to lots of executives that use WhatsApp in business, and they actually send content with it. And obviously, you see the ramifications if there's a leak with something like that. So what Chris is going to do is quickly show you a demo of how we can put a messenger on top of our platform to make it very, very secure. Over to Crispin.
Thank you, John. So yeah, good morning, everybody. As John mentioned, one of the core benefits of Pushfor is that we can be able to share any kind of unstructured content to hundreds, thousands, or tens of thousands of devices. What we have on the screen, actually, is on the left-hand side, I'm logged in on my iPad. And on the right-hand side, I'm logged in on my iPhone. So here it comes. Excellent. So I'm going to do a push. It's a push operation from the left over to the right. So I'm going to compose a new push. I'm going to select a user. In this case, just my logged-in user on the right-hand side. And I'm going to choose a file from Google Drive. This can be your CMS, your back-office server. It can be SharePoint, etc. Just choosing a file from Google Drive, and this could be some research reports, could be some media, any of your IP that you need to deliver and control in a secure and informed way. A quick message to the recipient. I can also set its expiration, so how many days I can view for, how many views, etc. I'm also going to, on the bottom right of the screen, you can see on there, I'm going to choose a track option. So I'm going to be able to track where the end user looks and views that content. A quick push. This content is now being uploaded to our servers. It's being converted using our patented processes into a vectorized equivalent, and it's appeared on the phone on the right-hand side. If I open the file on the right-hand side, we're reminded it's geo-tracked. We open the content. Here's the content, and I can now consume and view that content as I wish. Additionally, to John's point, there's actually a messaging thread in there as well, secure messaging, and I can even add any of the files to that message process as I need to. Coming out of the file and back over to the left of the screen, we might recall that when we did the push, we did a track. So I'm going to actually just have a quick look at where the file's opened, and you should find us here in New York, very good. And so now over time, I can decide how that's used and where. Very lastly, on expiration, on screenshot, or on demand, I can pull the content. So I'm literally going to do a pull operation on the left. If you keep your eye on the right-hand side, the content will disappear. It was never on the device, and it certainly isn't viewable anymore. So John, let's talk a little bit about small businesses, large enterprises, and corporates.
Thanks, Crispin. So what we've showed you is really a one-to-one, one-to-small group demonstration of how it could sit on top of a messenger app. But one thing we've been working with a number of large organizations, typically with many thousands of users, how do you propagate content to many thousands of users? It's quite tricky nowadays to do that securely. And one use case is, imagine it's an M&A activity, and you've got lots of mixed content, be it documents or videos from the CEO, to talk through a process. And obviously, you don't want this to leak to the press before the process is finished. So what we've developed is a technology part called Team. What it allows you to do is to dynamically alter the user interface of your user's device. It also allows you to push mixed content to the devices in real time to thousands of users, and then do very detailed analytics. We kind of showed you a little bit of tracking, so you can geo-track where people are opening and where people are using your content. but also we can show some other features that are more applicable for larger organizations. Over to Crispin.
Thank you, John. So I'm back on the iPad on the left. I'm actually logged into a web console. You might use this on your laptop or desktop, but today it's on the iPad. And we can see a tiled interface, these containers as we call them. And they allow you to really segment your data into audiences, groups in terms of security, permissions, etc. So really with this, we're building a simple client experience. On the right-hand side, we have the client interface. Again, on the left, it's the admin interface. It's very important to have a simple interface. All these content items have to be consumed very quickly on the phones, on the tablets, etc. So taking your attention to the left, we're logged in on the iPad. I can choose a particular tile or container. And we can select some of the options, like its security, its background, is it screenshot protected, is it invisible, do I allow or disallow download? So based on the audience, perhaps based on licensing and monetization, you can really narrow down how people interact with our content. Furthermore, any change I make to this console will immediately change the phone. Across thousands of devices, any change I make, I click publish, and that makes a change straight away. Very lastly, just to show you further from the tracking John mentioned, we have an example of some of the analytics that allow me to further understand how my content's viewed, where it's viewed, how many views we're getting over time, and actually, very interestingly, our patented technology around heat maps. So we allow you really to focus in on which parts of a document is being consumed to feed back to content curation, understand content acquisition, so increase content acquisition, and decrease content attrition. So back over to you, John, to wrap up.
Thank you very much. This service can be hosted in your own solution, so you can have this on your own infrastructure, your own UI, etc. If you have any further questions, please don't hesitate to visit our booth. And I just want to say thank you very much for your time. Thank you.
Thank you.